Hosts and guests of Colorful Voices of Sisterhood are for general public information and entertainment purposes only.
And welcome back to Colorful Voices of Sisterhood. We always thank you guys for coming on and just being with us and celebrating with us as we do Colorful Voices. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Today we'll be talking about forgiveness. But before we talk about forgiveness, ladies, what in the world have y'all been doing lately?
Oh my gosh, I've been so busy lately because, well, finally this coming Saturday, we are celebrating our 2nd year anniversary for the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce.
That's awesome.
Yes, you were there last
Yes,
year.
and it was beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. And this year we are going to do it in Raleigh. So,
In Raleigh?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So we probably going to go around every year. Maybe
That's good.
in 2024 will be in Asheville or Charlotte. So that way we can, accommodate everyone.
Yeah.
So how big is the Filipino Chamber of Commerce? Is it like a huge one or?
Well, we started about 2 years ago. Well, it's
Wow.
going to be 2 years. Yeah, 2 years this coming Saturday. We have about 100 plus members. I mean, that's not bad.
That's awesome to start for a year.
Yes.
Now, so you just started here in Jacksonville 2 years ago,
Jacksonville,
but
yes.
it's been going on for a long time,
Mhm.
right?
Well, we organized it in 2021.
That's
October
awesome.
2021. So we're
And
excited.
so it's celebrating the Filipino
Yes.
Chamber of Commerce business, but other people actually can join in as well.
Oh
right?
yeah, this is not just Filipinos, but others who wanted to do business with Filipinos. They're all welcome. This is very diverse chamber. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how much it costs for me to join?
well, individual is $50. If you have a business, it can go up from there.
Okay.
Yearly
So
or monthly?
that's 1 year. So
Okay, that's
yeah.
good.
That is
Without-
excellent.
yes.
So
Excellent.
what kind of resources do you guys
Provide. Well, we have business after hours. Like we do it every month,
Mhm.
and we
And y'all bring in good speakers. They bring in
Yes.
excellent speakers.
Yeah, I
So-
attend few of them. It was
Mhm.
really good.
yeah,
Yes, the young, what his name? Right?
that's how
Breon used to do
It's
a lot of
really good.
leadership. Mhm.
I think that's where we met each other.
Yes, that's how. we met.
Yes.
Mhm.
Last
So-
year, April? No, 2021, April.
Time go by fast, don't it?
2022. Because we
What?
started 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time
Yeah.
just
Time gone. Time waits for no
What?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
busy. My life just. Whew.
I
I'm on the train, but soon I would like to get off of that train. It's just this beautiful experience be on the train.
Mhm.
It's time for me to say train bye. So yeah,
You don't want to get somewhere and just get stuck. So you just
No.
want the train to slow down a little
Right.
bit.
it's slow.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like that. Slow down a little bit, then again it's like roller
Mhm.
coaster.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But sometimes it's necessary to get off the train and start walking.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it means that I start living. That's what I'm trying
That's
to say.
right.
I start living.
Mhm.
But I am on the train now and have to complete this train until I get to my where I'm supposed to go.
Mhm.
I used to say, live life, don't let life live you.
You exactly.
Because then
So-
you be wore out, you don't even know what's going on.
Right.
Just like how fast we see how time is
Mhm.
going by fast,
Mhm.
real fast. And sometimes you look back like, what did I do last quarter?
Mhm.
Besides just busy everywhere.
Yeah.
So my weekend, I got a chance to go visit my daughter. I told y'all she moved to DC to the actually Maryland. She works in DC, so we got a chance to go and visit
It's
her.
nice
We was
area.
very yes. She's in Maryland area, and where she's at was very secure because as a mom, you want to make sure where they stand at is
Very
really good as a
Mhm.
parent.
Mhm.
So me and my husband and daughter, Danisha, went up to visit with her and move her in to get everything. Now I have one room in my house that's empty. So I'm standing and I'm looking like, okay, now what shall I do with this room? How am I going to decorate this room? This is the room that I always said was going to be my black artwork.
Okay.
So now I'm looking like, wow, I finally got a chance to maybe do something to this particular room.
Just let me know. I can help.
Yeah.
And also, it can be place for therapy for you and things that you do.
Yeah, it used to be my prayer room.
Yeah.
Which I have another prayer room. I have me two prayer rooms, but in the house.
Yeah.
That definitely.
Yeah.
I have different. I had an office, which was my prayer room, which wound up being everybody's prayer room, and then my daughter moved her stuff in, which was my serenity room. But my serenity room, I wanted all like different artwork, just history. I love history stuff.
So she didn't say something like, "Mom, don't do anything with it because when I get back,
I know.
that's still my room."
I was like, your bedroom is still there, but when you move back, your stuff going in storage this time. Not in my house, it would not be in storage there. So super excited, but just kind of walking through, looking at like how fast they grow up.
Oh my gosh.
You think that when they're in elementary schools, like, won't time go by? By the time they hit that 8th grade,
After
it's
that,
gone. It is gone. But God granted her dream job. So she's happy, and she's gonna be the first week in December. She's gonna be going to Africa, Liberia. Yeah, she's doing government contracts, so she'll be doing some research and stuff over there. So am I nervous and excited all at the same time? Yes, because you gotta take all these shots and stuff. I'm excited for her.
She would be a good hand because, again, as we people, we have to out of our comfort zone. And it's good to learn other people, country, the culture, and diversity. And and a lot of young, they go to church and they learn so much. What they take it for granted here, they push it more when they get back, and that make you humble.
Yes. And will let them fly to see what's out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Even if you can afford, take your children to, so they can see different places, how different people live, and
Different
it's
countries.
good. Yeah, kind of give you the open mind to say, okay, it's good to learn
Something else.
Yeah, something else out there.
Well, that's what my oldest daughter Danisha and her friend Tamika and Corinne, they travel. They do stuff that I wish I could have done at that age, but I got married very young. So they experiencing a lot, coming back, teaching us a lot, especially about the different foods, the different things that's going on. Just widen our horizon. And we crack up because my husband, he's a meat and potatoes. I would say, Dad, you trying something else. You're not eating that. Like, it don't look right. So we crack up at that.
Also, it's good time for them to, when no children, no marriage, and the young, they're still fresh, and they have just flexible.
It's
to,
like
to
do
move
it
around.
It's like do it now.
Yes.
Once they get married, it gets slow.
Yes.
It's really good to experience when things in your age, you grow with your age, you develop with your age.
Yes.
This is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're learning now. And when you get to a certain age now, you've been there. You don't have to go back and try to do everything. So I'm so proud for young generation that they have opportunity. They do what they do, things that we didn't do.
Well, I get a kick out looking at everybody, like your daughter that models. She's absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
But I was just, imagine her traveling everywhere, modeling, doing different things with that, and how you had to let go. But did she follow your footstep in modeling?
Yes and no. No, she's more in the theatrical. She does play now too.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. She's so beautiful. She looked just like her. She looked just like you. Even your son.
Yeah. Very
Your
handsome.
son. Handsome.
I'm glad to know that. I mean, I have
really
stronger
especially your
blood
son.
than my.
Especially your son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the picture that you share on Facebook.
Yeah.
I say he just look just like his mom.
Oh my gosh!
I have not seen
34
his
years
father.
old now.
Now, did she go off to theater school, or did she that was just a passion of hers that she just went right into?
It's a passion for her since sophomore, I think. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, she's really good. She's a really good actress. So proud of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep us posted. We might have to just check her out.
I know.
Yeah.
It's good to see your children do well.
Yes.
That's what you want them to see.
And your son is doing karate?
Yeah, I mean, My baby. He's my little man. I'm telling you. I know, like my oldest is almost gonna be 23. Then now
Wow.
I'm running after 5, but he is absolutely smart.
Mhm.
Like when I say smart, very smart. And he just started like last month.
Mm-hmm.
He's already got promoted.
Look at him.
Yeah.
So you what, yellow belt?
No, they give you ribbon. Like every
Okay.
time you do. He got 2 weeks ago already because
Look at him.
the instructors they say
Mhm.
he's good. Yeah, he wrestle all the time.
So they don't give belt now? Just
So
a
no,
ribbon?
they give you a ribbon. Then that's how.
I see.
Yeah, you
They go up.
Yeah,
That is the most best way to teach kids discipline
yeah.
Mhm.
and also how to protect themselves.
Yes.
A lot of times I put all my girls, we all went through it really for self-defense and then, you know, a little bit further into it. Because when you go off, you need to know how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
But it also taught so much discipline.
So I'm glad you say that. The reason I put my son is he's very like active. He's very active. His oldest sister, she's 15, 10 years apart. They don't know how to handle him. They don't because
of the gap.
The gap. And so reason he's in I put him one, he's very active. 2 is teaching the discipline when to use your hand. And not every time you try to when to use it. So he's learning that, and which is I just sit there for 2 hours from this class to the next class,
Yeah.
which is a motor. What they call motor? That's the one that he just
Martial.
Yeah,
Martial,
he loved that. So I
Yeah.
have to wait from this class to the next class in 2 hours. I get my book to read,
Yeah.
watching him and taking videos. But he loves it.
Which
And
is
piano.
amazing.
He played piano, and I got him piano to start it. It's only they do once a week the piano. So
Look at him
he's very
finding his own.
Gonna keep him busy.
You know, and it helps him also with bullying because I also think that is a good way to, I don't want to say fight off bullying, but a way to be able to protect yourself against someone that wants to be a bully. And I always say bullies need to go somewhere as well because bully can be dealt with as well. But that was another reason, you know, to put kids in it, and even women that is being abused to be able to go into some kind of martial arts, you know, how to defend yourself. You know.
Yeah, it's necessary. Everything that we're supposed to learn to protect self-discipline is needed. It's just part of life. But today we're talking about forgiveness,
which goes right into that to be able to learn, you know, about that forgiveness and stuff.
Why forgiveness is meaningful?
You know, I don't think forgiveness really is for the other person. To me, forgiveness is for me because I refuse to let someone have a stronghold over me. So I'm going to forgive you. And I ain't going to say I'm going to forget. And I'm not going to say I'm going to be in your circle. But I will forgive you. But I have to forgive myself for allowing you to do that to me. You know, that's one thing I always talk about. No, I have boundaries. I would not allow you to do that. So sometimes when you get into that forgiveness ring, it's just become something in your head, that mindset. Because sometimes we allow people to just continue to damage us because we don't see any other way. How, and it becomes a stronghold. And strongholds are real because people get in your mind like, you need me. No, I don't.
Yeah, and that's very important to forgive yourself first so that you can move on. It has to be, you have to feel that peace inside.
Yes. There's a song I like to listen to, Good Morning Gorgeous.
You sent me that song.
Yeah. Because I think if we get that in our head, Good Morning Gorgeous,
Sing it,
we're
Diana,
beautifully, and I'm going to give it to you because you got that voice, and wonderfully made. And sometimes we allow people to just keep pounding us down, and we become like a hermit to our own self. But when we do, just like you did, that deep breath in to know who I am and to forgive myself, because we forgive ourselves for things that we've done that can actually affect generations behind us. Like we now in our family, we're talking about things that happened. I don't know everything, but I'm going to share honestly what I do know about the family so we can move forward honestly about stuff. You know?
Yes, that's beautiful. Honest honesty is everything. One, if we don't know what's happened, you cannot come out with any solution. You have to know the issues to go over, to cover that, to say, okay, this is what the issues is. It has to be honest and heart to heart, which is sometimes things that we don't want to talk about is necessary to talk about for you to heal, even to recognize what is going on within yourself, you know. And a lot of time people have background of trauma. They don't know, you know, they don't know what it caused them, but they carry something. They don't really know, and, or they never discover, or they never sit down.
It's just
Talk
inside.
honesty. Honesty. The conversation is like, and this person hurt you, but you have to forgive and move on. If you don't have to necessarily to talk to someone to say I forgive you or forgive me. Sometimes if you have that opportunity to sit down with someone to hurt you, to say, you know what, I'm gonna release, so you can be peaceful with yourself, right? It would be great, because you now not only you say I forgive and you won't forget, but at the same time give you opportunity to express how you felt about the person, right? Sometimes that does not happen. So it is necessary to say, you know what, I don't have any harm towards that person. I release. I have to forgive myself too. 2 weeks ago, I have this picture. I think I shared with you guys one of the pictures that is sitting next to my bed. I don't know, for some reason, I came out from the shower. I was changing. I was looking at a mirror. And
a mirror or a mirror?
Mirror. No, a mirror. So the mirror, I saw myself reflect that picture when I was young. I looked that girl, young, beautiful young girl, that she didn't even know what happened to her at the time. She was in a survival mood. And I started like, she was innocent. She was hurt, but she didn't know she was hurt. Because of her trauma, she was making some choices upon on she not even realize that the decision she was making at the time, 19, and it was not good, but it was good for her at the time. I looked that picture and I looked myself. I forgive myself.
That's it, baby.
So you acknowledge the pain.
Yeah, I acknowledge the pain
to move forward.
Like you say, we brought generation to that. My trauma, I brought another generation from mine. And I said, you didn't know.
That's right.
Yeah, I said, you didn't know. And I said, you're beautiful.
You are beautiful. We are all beautiful.
Stunning.
So you acknowledge the pain and you forgive yourself.
It's just, she looks so innocent. She looks so innocent that just the way she stayed in the picture, I saw her eyes. She didn't know what she was doing at the time. She didn't.
But it was in survival mode.
It was survival mode. So I'm looking now in this age, and I'm looking back, things that in myself bring my own children. So through my trauma, I brought my own children. You know what I'm saying?
But through that trauma of bringing your children, look at the joy that you got when you look at them. You know, the opportunities that they'll have, because now you're such a strong mom that you can show, look, this. There's so much stuff that they don't have to go through now because you did it and you were able to share with them. Plus, you're fighting for such a better way for them. All of us as parents want our kids to do so much better than what we done.
Oh, yeah.
All of us is just a learning experience to me. You know, it could only feel that way with our parents, with the fight that they had up until the age that we could figure out, like, what do we do? So I think it's always an internal fight with us because we want them to do better.
Yeah, but you know, when we say we want them to do better, when you don't know.
That's right.
What you know, you think is better to your mind, and you don't like out of survival mode or whatever it is you've been told. That's all you know. But you come from years later, like what I just did, what I left behind, what is who I brought to this world that now is affected by those choices because of my trauma. Then you bring people that has similar to your trauma to your life. Now, you know, one thing I would like to say, the best way me, the way I start know me. There was someone that has trauma, just the trauma that I went. I didn't know I had trauma. That person knew I had trauma because he overcame his own trauma or he was going through. So I became his mirror, this person. He was treat me because he wanted me to see what he saw.
The queen in you.
He reads you.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
When someone has
Sometimes I tend
similar
to-
trauma, they see each other. They sense each other. I'm not saying this in a good way.
Right.
With my, it did benefit me in a good way. At the time,
It's
it was
like-
not good way because I was mirror to that person. It just he saw so
The
much
attraction begets
hate.
attraction.
hate and anger
Mhm.
because I didn't recognize my own trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So I look back now, I see now, and I say, I am so grateful for you. The process was not pretty. It is not at all. I almost lost my life because of that. But however, I reborn again. I start seeing who I'm really I am, who I'm supposed to be. And I have to forgive that person too because it's for me. One thing my dad say, you will never know who people they are because they are not meat. You cannot chew them. If they are tender or if they bitter, you don't. But by the time will tell you. But don't ever let people leave you with bitterness.
That's right.
That is what my dad
Yeah.
say. Don't ever, because you know what? They might not even think about you after they gone. After they hurt you, they leave we will call like, oh, my trauma make me back pound on that. Nobody cares. I learned that. I honestly like nobody cares if you have trauma or not. Life does not care.
You have to fix it yourself.
You have to. So
it has to start with you.
Exactly. My client, she's 83. She say, you something. What do you want to be? So we were talking about education. So I said, I would like to be therapist. She asked me why. I've been to therapists, right? I said, because I learned to teach someone like me has trauma and they didn't know that, to teach how to cope the trauma one. Because if you cry, you don't cry. Nobody cares. If you act upon on your trauma, nobody cares. It's gonna affect you mentally. It's gonna affect you disability. No, really. Like some people that like mine has those very young age trauma. Even it affects you learning. Okay. Even you learning, like it affects you. Nobody cares that.
Right.
If you go to school, you have to pass those exams. So because of those reasons that I experienced, I would like to help them how to cope with trauma and use those skills for you to become who you're supposed to. It's sad, but it's true.
What would be the first thing that you would teach them as far as a coping strategy going through trauma?
And one, just acknowledge where you've been, and where you want to go from here. What do you want to be? Period. What do you want to be and what you see see yourself doing it. For me, I talk to my oldest son. For me, I always visualize where I want to be. It can be both sides, right? It can be go on the street, or you want to do something else with your trauma. You want to take shortcut, or you want to fight through this until you get where you're supposed to. So I see myself being used.
You could be excellent because you're not a textbook therapist.
Yeah.
You actually want to actually experience it, whether it be therapist,
advocacy,
coach, or what. Yes.
Help the teenagers that was raped, teenagers that molested once they were kids, all that, because I can speak of that. But again, until this now, age 29, that's when I start seeing the real me. Like I start acknowledging those things because it was necessary for me to the person did that to me when I was 5. Last year, I was trying to write my book. Then I said, let me pause a second. What was his history? Because I know his history, where this person came from, right? His family, his background is big community, very known, his family, right? When I started even thinking about him, where he been, I cry for him. This man that molested me when I was 5. All right. When I said, let me stop writing and just think about, because it was extended family, think about where he's been, his family, because we know his family. Everybody knew because they were very wealthy people and his parents. Because of that, everybody knew. When I started looking back, his own how he grew up, my heart cried for him.
So let me ask you something. This person, do you totally forgive him?
Yeah,
That's
because that's why I say that is when I say, when I was writing and and thinking about things that happened and that, then I say I said, let me stop saying this is what he did to multiple people
good.
I know.
So that's
I
good.
said,
So
let me
the
stop.
trauma that you have now, forgiving that person, that's good. Now next,
Like for
have you able to forgive the other people from your
again,
past who have
forgiveness
done?
is something that is gonna take time.
Yeah,
like as you can say, I forgive you quick, but if
we
you can
have
go
to
back and
also,
talk.
but there should be also a stop for that. Okay, I forgive you. I'm, leaving it all up to our, Heavenly Father. Okay, next, I forgive you with all your heart, of course. That way, your traumatic period can not totally stop, but
No,
at
it
least
doesn't. Experience it does not, like experience history you cannot erase. Something that you have seen
where
in
you've been
life,
through. Of course, you cannot forget,
but
you'll be able to forgive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I was saying again, that moment when I start seeing, not minding to what happened to me, what has happened to him, caused him to be what he did, to get to that point, because himself he was carrying trauma.
What about those who wrong you? And okay, so I have an experience about somebody wrong me. I expect for that person to come up to me and say, of course, sorry, right? But no, she did not. So what I did, because I know I didn't do anything. So what I did is I text, I called, I emailed, nothing. I saw this individual at one of the event, give her a hug, find out that my hug was fake. But you know what?
Oh, that person say that to you?
Well, I guess she told somebody. But what I did is, I just prayed. I prayed for that person. I feel good about it. I move on. Because if you know in your heart that you already done everything that you can, that you could, text, call, email, call again. If you know in your heart that even though you didn't do anything wrong, just pray for that person and you can move on.
I mean, that's the right thing to do. I mean, she might felt something, I don't know. But however, when you are a friend with someone, you already know. I'm kind of person already sense if something's not okay. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, that other person can.
First impression. Sometimes, but it's not always right though.
But it's
we
not.
feel this way sometimes, but
But it's not. Maybe that person has his own thinking when they saw you. Maybe she's in another universe. I don't know. I sometimes I travel, and it's nothing personal. You have to come back and say, oh, But again, if you close friend, you sense that you know.
And it may
that.
not be. It could be. It's nothing that you have done.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have internal things in their head. I remember my pastor Taylor told me one time I had to forgive someone for something that I was like, I didn't even know what they were mad about, but I did. I was like, you know what? I'll forgive. But I'm one of these people. I want to know, what am I forgiving you for?
what we do. Exactly.
know.
It's good to
So
know.
I need to know that. So
Yeah.
I'm asking for forgiveness. But, broadly, I was like, I forgive because I didn't want them to have a stronghold on me.
Right.
The biggest thing. And
Right.
a lot of times people are jealous. You don't even know what they're jealous about. Like you walked in the room because you walked in
You
the
can
room and
just
you
feel
studied.
it.
You
I
just
know,
studied,
right?
okay?
Oh,
So, and they automatically saying stuff, or they're putting stuff in somebody else's head that ain't never really happened. That's why when we talked about friendship, you should know. If I heard somebody say something about you, I spent enough time with you that I'm like, that don't even sound like her. And if she did say it, she didn't mean it in that content. So I'm going to call you, Agnes. I heard this right here. This is what was said. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, for us.
That's
source.
it. I need to know.
For us.
I like that because
know?
there's always two sides.
Yes,
in
and then
every
lies the
story.
truth. Two sides and lies
I
the
mean,
truth.
I am not a perfect person after all too, but I have wrong people.
Yeah.
I know that, but just reach out. If they don't want to talk to you, then so be it.
But I think going through that, and then when yours was a traumatic trauma experience that you had to do the forgiveness in your heart versus someone actually just crossing you wrong.
Yeah.
But it's powerful to be able to sit in that mode to know, God, what did they go through to make them want to do that? It's like an abuse man or woman that is abusive, probably been abused in their thing.
Yeah, and I, honestly, again, this person, someone that has been very known in our community.
It's always the high-profile people.
And his parents, and then I have to stop. I have to stop saying, you know what? Let me think about this person. What has happened? We know that what happened is really is big, bad, sad. And you will cry if I tell you this story. You will get popcorn and drink and let's talk, that moment, no, honestly, that moment, I cry from my heart. If I saw him that moment, I would have given him a hug.
Because he's also a victim.
He is also not only victim, he victimized a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I said, if I see him right now, all I will have done is give him a hug.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have to, it's hard to forgive someone that done you so wrong. And it's easy to sit there and cry about things that people has done to you. But what I learned is you really have to have a strong strength for you to say, you know what? I release you. It's not because of you.
Be the person.
I want to be
the person.
I want freedom, not around me and within me. So that is, I have to get to, I say, no, life is ahead of me. That's what is past. But I would like to educate, sit down with the teenagers, young people that gone through something like that. However, I would never want to talk about anything that has happened to me as a victim. I want to talk about because I want to
how you overcome,
how I overcome.
But you have to share. You have to share part of it to be able to go to where you overcome to be able to move forward, which is your book. Because that's what people look for. Because it's like you can't tell me because you ain't been there. Like a mother lost her son.
Right.
I can empathize, but I can't tell them because I ain't been there. But when you actually been there, been that experience, and able to share that story, you capture the audience to me, because forgiveness is that's a deep rooted thing. For forgiveness,
it's hard. People think that when people say I forgive you, no, forgive you have to sincerely mean you have to release, because without even not knowing, you become bitter
before you know it.
Before you know it, you become angry.
You cannot just say, I forgive you. But
no,
it has to be felt.
Like I say, you really I was kind of person, like you said earlier, and I like to forgive. I say things that sometimes people are like, oh, I can't believe she said. I say, you guys already know that.
Yeah.
I say out of sometimes passion, compassion, love I have for people, and there's some people they cannot take it. And I learned that. And then I have to learn how to handle certain people that cannot handle you.
You got to know who you dealing with.
You're dealing with. So I have to learn those. Then I have to go back and say, I
Let
meant
us
it.
just
Listen,
go forward and hey.
listen. I meant what I say. It came from a good place, but the way across, it might not be something that you can handle. So we have to learn how to deal with this people. I apologize for the way I made them feel because that would never be my intent. And
I think sometimes also it's just the tone of our voice.
Yeah.
We might
And your demeanor, means something too.
we might really giving our forgiveness 110% sincerely, but it's just the way sometimes we our facial expression. I don't know.
That's so true.
I listen. I don't say I don't want to care. If you are, I'm kind of person like I stand by what I believe. I'm not saying my belief are always right, but if my heart tells me this, my spirit, I am in right place, and what I'm speak of is right, I have to say, I will say it, regardless what is the cost.
I know.
I don't know. No, seriously, regardless what is the outcome. If my spirit feel like this is being done wrong, or this event where I'm at right now, I'm facing is not right set and what is happening, I will take that bullet. I am that person.
You are that person.
I want to speak. If I constantly die, if that moment I have to go leave this earth, that's what's gonna happen. But I will not take that in home and be at peace because I get good whipping and I'm done.
Queen Esther, that's what I call her. I call her Queen Esther because she said, "If I perish, let me perish," because she gonna say what's. That's it.
Oh yeah, I will pay the consequence. I have, and even now, that's what I'm going through. You guys keep me in your prayers because now you don't want to know what. This is when I say my train. I'm in the war right now. Guess what? I remain. So this is what I learned. When people know you've been through things. They use that your trauma, every little things they can find to against you. Guess what? I did it for me. I'm sharing my experiences for me. This is my history. You cannot erase my history. This is my story.
Right.
And I have right to share my story. If this is my calling, that's what I will do. If you choose that to against me, guess what? Be my guest. But I'm not gonna kiss nobody behind. I won't. And
well, we also follow the law. That's why
I'm glad you said the law. You know what? It's
the
no
system
law.
is crooked.
It's no law. I'm sorry.
Well,
people tell you it's law. Let's speak of the law.
Yeah.
All right. I am speaking.
If we don't have any law, we don't have any guidance.
We're supposed to listen. It's supposed to be law. Yes, I believe that. You're supposed to follow the law. No, we're supposed to follow the law. I agree to that. Whatever place you are, you have to follow the rule of where you're at, regardless what your religion is telling you, regardless what you believe is telling you. If I come to Diana's house, that is how she set her law to be. I have to follow that because I came to her or have to leave. So you have choice. Whatever place you are, you must have to follow the rule and regulation. But that always, when he come to the system, is not true.
The system is.
It's not true.
If you have a law,
it definitely needs some. The system definitely needs some.
So let's speak to that. They say that there is nothing but the law. That's not true. That's not true.
Law of forgiveness.
If you have money,
is what we are talking today.
No. If you have this is above the law. That's the fact.
In the system of the world.
That's the fact.
We know the law of forgiveness is under our.
It's not under the government. Forgiveness is not under the government. It's not. No. But we're speaking of the law. The Constitution say that. I stand by what the Constitution say. How people use it is not. It's not my that.
Have the voice, and hopefully things will work out.
Sometimes you have voice. Guess what? Sometimes you have voice. If you don't have this, if you don't have this is gonna make you shut up.
In the system.
Exactly.
In the system.
That's the fact.
Not just here.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. That's the fact. So
if you don't believe that, look up this show, Silver Dollar Road, and you'll see how the law is. So it's a documentary called Silver Dollar Road.
Oh, you want to know?
Everybody experience that because you experience who you are when you walk in that courthouse.
Go to courthouse. Don't.
You will see
the way you dress like this. You Nobody take you to courthouse, right? You can go sit down in courthouse, see, just watch what's going on. Then you can tell me if it is law.
Yeah. I sometimes I used to go when I wasn't working just to listen at the different situations, different trials, and how when people walked in, like how they was treated. It's amazing. But I told you guys that it happened to me right in the department store. It's according to who you are, if it's gonna work for you.
Exactly.
You have to keep fighting what you believe in.
Oh, if you don't
Just
have
keep
like
fighting
I said,
what you believe in.
of course you can fight. People die before us.
Not
They fight.
Not everything is this too. Not everything is
people,
this.
No, people die before us for the right. They get killed because they're speaking the truth.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
Well,
It's on the history. I did not make it. You can go back, look the history.
No.
I can go back and tell you people fight for justice. For
Well, that's
the truth.
why our
Those
topic
people
for
are-
today is forgiveness and kindness.
That is for you.
You know,
It's not from the government.
That's why.
It's not for government.
Well, not everything in the government are crook. There are still a lot of good people who are willing to fight for you.
Okay, listen. Let me say. I'm gonna look straight in your eyes. This world is messed up. It's not because bad people, because good people sit and watch and bad people get away with that. That's the fact. There are so many good people. I believe that.
There are so many good people out there. I believe that too.
Listen
If
again.
you ask me, the whole system need an overhaul.
Listen to me.
That's the way I look at it, because it is not for all people. It is for some people.
They are,
unfortunately not all. And we have to be, if you look back generations, they had to have forgiveness in order to keep moving. Everything that we have talked about from the time we've been, there had to be some forgiveness in order. But that scripture said, when you have been strengthened, go back and strengthen your brother. That's what you have been to me. So now you can go strengthen people for what you dealt with. Agnes ain't, she haven't dealt with what you went.
exactly. So that's what I'm trying to look at her eyes.
You know what?
Beautiful sister.
But you know what also?
They are
Not
good
just
people.
in the law.
Let me tell you.
It's even happening in our own family.
I know every day things happen. If you're in family, out family, in life,
But
in the world.
I always tell you this. Whatever you went through, look at her.
I know. I am
Strong,
so grateful. That's why.
beautiful.
Whatever I'm going through right now.
You're so
Yeah. What I'm going through even right now, I will overcome. Because you know
Because
what?
you are overcome.
Because you know
you're
what?
a warrior.
You know what?
This lady's a warrior, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen to me.
She has gone through a lot.
No. I'm not looking for sympathy. All right. I'm not.
It's just the truth.
No,
It's just the
I'm
truth.
not looking for someone to feel sorry for me. People, they don't. Do I post on social media what's going on about nothing? Because you know what? This is my fight. Nobody's fight. I made choices.
This is my fight song.
You see?
Who's singing that one now?
I don't know, but it was pretty right
Who's
there.
singing La'Moore?
So what I'm trying to say, they are good people. They are, because a lot of good people, because of them, I am who I am right now.
Yeah.
Just know
Of
that.
course.
So I'm not saying they are
Oh, yeah.
everybody's bad. No.
But sometimes when people get in positions, they go in with the right intent. And we've seen that even on, if you want to just go a local job, you go in as a CEO, you started there, your intent is,
Humble.
because you know what? I've been down at the bottom with you. I've been in the trenches. The moment you get there, the system.
What they say. You want to show the hand? How so gangster
Yeah.
hand? How
It changed. It changed that good, kind person to be. I was looking at on, I think it was TV, where it was a trial where a young guy killed the man's daughter, and they was going to court back and forth, and that dad and parents kept going. At the end, he was found guilty. But the most powerful statement was, and I'm crying with him, when the dad said, you took my daughter, my only daughter. You abused her, you didn't have to. You could have brought, he went through that whole thing. He said, but the God in me forgive you.
Good. That's a good one.
Good gracious,
That's a good one.
that thing, I was like, that was power to say the God in me forgive you, because you got to have that, to me, in you in order to forgive somebody
Exactly.
that took your life, because the Bible says you don't give life, so you don't take life. So how dare you kill somebody And then all of a sudden now you get in court and you remorse about it. But that we see that happen all the time.
All
That
the
enemy
time.
get in your head and plays with you. So we have to be, the mind to me is one of the most powerful things. The battlefield of the mind is powerful. Your mind kept you strong. Your mind kept you as a warrior. Your mind kept you, I got to keep moving. Now you keep moving, not just for your sake. You moving now for your kids' sake. You become that powerful influence now because you got a daughter looking at you.
Because you have the experience to
Yes.
share.
But now, not just a daughter. Look at us as women. That how you can speak in our life. Because there's many conversations, me and you was like, no, you need to say it. I'm like, no, it ain't the right timing. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm like, it ain't the right timing. Because I believe everything is timing.
Yes.
A lot of things is timing. And I do believe in boundaries. But it took me a long time to get there. I'm good. Y'all, I'm good having dinner by myself. I love being with my husband. But I don't have to be with nobody. I'm good. Because I forgave myself for things that happened way back when. I told you I forgave myself when I thought, because I'm a dark-skinned, skinny Black girl when I was young. I had to forgive myself and to understand, you know what, God, you wonderfully made me who I am. I had to forgive myself when people were saying, girl, you gained all that weight. I said boundaries. You're not allowed to talk to me like that.
That's not.
Now, it's on you. Because I have told you, you're not allowed to talk to me that way. You don't know why I gain weight. You don't know why I lose weight.
And you let them know.
You don't know,
Yeah.
right? You don't know if a person's sick. You don't know what's going on with somebody. So you have to be able to put on boundaries. And that forgiveness is powerful, but it starts right there in that mindset.
But you know what, though? It should not be an excuse.
What?
Because if you are sick, you can just say anything. Because we don't know where that person is coming from.
But that's
Maybe
not nobody's
he or
business.
she has a bad day or something like that, and then,
nobody's business. I mean, like you say, I like the strong mind came.
No,
from
what I'm saying is that are we
experience.
just gonna let them talk to us like that because
No,
they have a
boundary,
bad
no.
day? They have
No,
Okay.
it is not. It's for us to be disrespectful to anybody. It's no excuse. It just is no. It's not. You have bad day. Yes, sometimes you want to just pass by people you don't want to say hi. Guess what? Do that. But if you come to my face, you have to be mindful who you're talking to. So
You might get a slap from.
no, I cannot. You cannot slap. If it was Africa, oh, you talking to me? Okay, we have media. Go tell that person I'm gonna meet you this time. You braid your hair and you put it like tight. I'm coming. So no, we cannot.
Put it out in the
We
street.
cannot do that in U.S. I learned a long time ago. My cousin said, Fetihya, this is not Ethiopia. That's home. But let me say this about friend. One friend, she's the same, my homie, okay? When people know you weakness or what they think is your weakness, this is what she said. We were eating dinner. My son, my oldest son, my daughter, Amir, who was not, that was back 2015. She looked at me. She was sitting next to her husband. She looked at me. She said she would never want to be like me. No, it's true story. No, seriously. So she was going through with her husband. So she doesn't want to divorce her husband because she have children. She want to raise. I mean, people do. You do what you want to do. If you want to stay in toxic relationship, whatever that is your life. But you don't have to drag me in to prove that you don't want to be like me. But she chose to say that because of I have 2 children with divorce. All right. Again, that's her.
Sometimes it's best to be honest.
She taught it to you, but no, it's not. That's not her honesty. That's just her understanding. That's not honest.
Okay, and then
Being disrespectful, looking someone down, that's not honest. That's something that she's trying to be something she's not. If you're putting somebody down for you to prove who you are, that's not honest, sweetheart. That is her perspective, how she see my life it should be. I got it. And this is why I told her that, sweetheart, you don't have to worry. I'm glad you don't want to be like me. 1, you can never be like me. It's only one Fetihya. It's only one Fetihya. You will never be like me. 2, my story belongs to me. If
That's
it's
true.
good or bad, I own that, not you.
Own it. That's
Mhm.
right.
I own
Claim
my
it,
mistake,
claim it, yeah.
my what you call divorced mother, 2 children with 2 different fathers, whatever you say. I claim that. That is my story, and you cannot take that. I was eating her food in her table. I did not get up. I did not move. But you know what? What she gave it to me is her perspective, how my life should be. But at the same time, she stayed in toxic relationship to raise her children. That is her
Good
choice.
for you.
That was not mine.
Good for you.
So,
So Ashley, who's in bondage?
huh?
You know, Ashley, who was in bondage? She was more in bondage to me
Mhm.
than you was.
Yeah.
Because she stayed in there just to raise kids, to have a lavish lifestyle.
Exactly.
But then I tell people all the time, we
I
don't
think
know
that's
when
what I'm
our
talking about.
end is.
Mhm.
So in our end of life, that little dash between it matters.
Yeah. But guess
You
what,
know?
sister? I did not stop talking to her.
You
My
got on
children.
eating?
No, I did not cut her. I didn't. Why? She made comment. I respond. It's the end of it. There's no reason for me to cut her off.
I'm
I just
glad
learned who she
She
was,
was.
and also I learned how she feel about me.
I'm
As
glad you
a
didn't
woman.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're still talking with her because you're just showing it to her that you're the winner.
No,
You
it's
are.
not about winner.
Yeah.
This to me is not winner or loser. It's the fact that when people are trying to communicate the way they see their perspective is where you can respond your own response. So that's what I did. There's no reason for me to cut
No,
her
what
off.
what I mean is that you did not cut her off, so which is
No.
good. You showed her that you're still there. You're
Guess
talking
what?
to her.
She cut me off.
Then that's
guess
her.
what?
That's her loss on your
That's her
face.
loss. No,
Okay.
she's not. She's not. But listen, she stopped talking to me. When people trying to dig and dig, they're trying to show who you are. But sometimes you just have to
Nobody
let
can tell your
people.
story like you can tell it.
No, I said, let me tell you
I'm a
something,
firm
sweetheart.
believer in that.
I am the resource if you want to know about my story.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to third person. You don't have to go search in your Facebook what I'm posting. Come to me
Yeah.
and I will tell you without no hesitate. This is my life.
We had a great conversation today, ladies.
Yeah.
Forgiveness and kindness. You know, when I watch once in a while, I watch Ellen DeGeneres.
Mhm.
Every time she always ended up saying, "Be kind to everyone."
Be kind.
That is huge.
It's very
That's very
important.
huge.
That is very huge.
People need to
Very
understand what
important.
kindness is.
Mhm.
You know. But yeah, this was great. It's talking about forgiveness. Going into all of these seasons, forgiveness. Start your new year off.
Yes.
You're off.
It's
Forgiving
for you.
yourself.
Free
Mhm.
yourself. Freedom.
Yes. Freedom.
Freedom.
Forgiving
So,
yourself.
we'll see you
So
again
we'll
next
see you guys
week.
next week.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Take care.
Yep. But it's always great
It's
when you
nice.
forgive.
Hello, colorful voices of Sisterhood fans. We got some exciting news today. We are proud to announce our new partnership with Vegas Plus, Colorful Voices of Sisterhood, to be aired on all of the platforms of Vegas Plus, primarily on the Vegas Live TV and Phil Am TV network. What this means is Colorful Voices of Sisterhood will be aired 7 times weekly on the linear channels, including but not limited to Roku, Amazon Fire TV, KGNG 26.8 Las Vegas, WCETV, Vegas Live TV.us, and now more importantly on the Vegas Plus Live channel platform in Ampo Theater.
Cheers to us.
Yes.
Cheers!
Yes.
Many more to
Anymore. Yes.
New network, new friendship.
Thanks to them, we did it.
At La'Moore Media Versatility, we aim to provide comprehensive solutions to our clients. We have a team of experienced professionals who can help you with every aspect of your media needs. From documentation and marketing to promotion and more, we provide our clients with top-notch quality services. We understand that each client is unique and has specific needs. That's why our team works closely with you to understand your company and event goals and objectives. We are committed to providing the highest quality services in media and strive to exceed our clients' expectations. Our team is passionate about helping you reach your goals and making sure you get the best experience and results. If you're looking for a reliable business to help you with all your media needs, look no further than La'Moore Media Versatility. Contact us today to get started at 252-497-3817 or